so my name is Hannah, for those of y'all who don't know me. So, does anybody, so I'm talking about studs that you put into horseshoes. Has anybody heard of studs or know what they're used for? Yeah? Okay. So, studs are basically just like, you just screw them into the horseshoes, and horseshoes are like made for studs, so your farrier can just tap them and drill them in. And so studs are basically kind of like how we wear different shoes depending on what we're doing, like running or hiking. Depending on what you're doing with the horse, you put in different studs for that environment. So it's really rainy and muddy outside, use bigger studs for like mud studs. Whereas like Peter does going out on like grass, you use smaller studs for grass studs. And they can also be used in like police horses and mounted police to give the horses traction on concrete. So, so just depending on like the terrain, studs can be used. And the process, I guess, for like putting in studs is the horses have to have 4 shoes on, and it's really important to always make sure to put studs on the back feet and then on the front feet, but never on the front feet and then the back feet, because horses use their back legs more for balance than the rock back to get balance. So I use studs in my like style of riding when we have a phase where we go out like in fields and through woods and water and we jump stuff. So it's really important that the horse's feet stay underneath them so you don't have a bad fall and get hurt. So WD-40 is your best friend, and because rust happens. So anyway, so I guess I have 4 shoes. So if y'all just want to like divide into like 4 groups, and I have kind of like I have studs in some, and just tell me like what you think like the studs that are in would be used for. So like if they're flatter, it can be for like when the horse is out in the field or we're not doing anything, or when they're like bigger, it's depending on the weather. So like how bad do you think they need better traction? So I guess we're just gonna do like 2 groups, like one group. Does that make sense? Okay. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start here.
He said gravel is a lot of show.
Yeah, well, so like this one, can everyone see? So it's like flat. So it's for like when the horse, like when you don't need studs in, because there's no extra traction. Makes sense?
It's got like house shoes.
Yeah, exactly. They're like for on the horses and doing anything. Okay. Do y'all want to get next? I don't know. You don't know?
Bad weather.
Yeah, bad weather.
Yeah, so these are like bigger. So they are for like when you need more traction. So it's like wet outside or stuff like that. So yeah. going again.
Alright, we said that these are kind of bigger, especially compared to the flat ones, so they're probably for like rocky terrain or like doing stuff outside that is like more towards like mud or like something that they wouldn't have as easy time walking in.
Yeah, it's for when they need definitely more traction, so their feet don't come out from underneath them. Oh, I'll go around. Oh, thank you.
We basically said this was for grass, really light terrain. We didn't think a lot, but there was a worry if you were putting this one on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those actually are different than these, if you want to pass around and see. Because these are flat, just like that one, but those don't screw in. So these help keep, like studs are really, it's like putting in a screw. And so these help keep the treads new and like more usable, but you have to worry about rust with these. Whereas those, you can literally like flick them out. So they don't have treads. But yeah, these two are like the same.
Cool.
So yeah. Okay. So does anyone have any questions? Yeah.
So which shoe would you use for like a racehorse?
So racehorses, I guess if it's like, because of the way racehorse environment is, they would use like, they could use studs if the track was really muddy, but typically I don't think they really worry, because one problem with studs that you have to worry about is the horses can actually hit themselves and cut themselves with the studs, and so that's a safety issue. But let's see, like you could use them like plow horses might use them. They have to go up big hills, or like you wouldn't use them like reining horses. You know, like how they do those like fancy stops.
Mm-hmm.
Like they need to be able to slide. So studs actually like don't help them. They would make it worse. So yeah. Anyone have any questions? Okay. Well, thank you.